Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. Vacates quickly left side. Now here he goes. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way. Only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
He's going to be caught by Tyler Warren. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Let's go now. Get Cougar 19. Let's go.
On first down, it's Richardson. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion move.
Third and short yardage here, Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Hit like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, it went right through.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Firing quickly is Penix, complete. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, Penix finds the in route complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Penix working from the gun. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's a Falcon first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Penix here from the gun. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. Well, this certainly makes the third down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards or reset the downs. Third down give to Robinson. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
4th down, Penix. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. The Colts have taken the early lead. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks.
18.
On the shotgun, it's Richardson. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You never, ever as an offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And a nice return has him looking at a very... short field now.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. All set now. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Street! Street!
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Play fake. Penix. Rolling out to his left. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Oh, a defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. 4th down coming up.
Well, if you can't get your hands on the ball and take it away, next best thing, knock it down. That's the job of every defender out there. And he made sure that one wasn't completed.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Start on the ground. Taylor drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, here we go.
They go again with Taylor. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
70 Timberwolves.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
60 Vikings.
First down, Colts.
18 Cardinal. 18 Panther 60. Panther 60.
First down throw here from Richardson. Going with the screen to Taylor. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off by Billy Bowman. And the Falcons bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something-something to the return.
And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. 70 Lion. Ready to work. 18, Pioneer.
Staying with Robinson. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
19, Tiger, 19.
Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Following the false start penalty, here's 3rd down and longer.
19, Tiger, 19, Tigers.
Running it after the penalty. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. It's a gain of 7 yards, and now it's 4th down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Hurt, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Trying for it with Penix. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Connects on the crosser. The 40. At the 20. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts get some late points and the lead. Spencer Schrader on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Danny Gray to return it. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Penix now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Mustang 19. Go.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. This is a heater going deep. Big gain downfield. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35.
Panthers 60, Panthers 19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 18 Bobcat.
Throwing now on 1st down, Penix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Again, Penix to the air. Is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
69, Hawk 70, Hawk 18, right here.
From the red zone on 1st. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
It's Penix yet again. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. That's up and through for the point after. And the Falcons tie things 10-10. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Gould on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. One last play before the break.
Let's go.
1st down, and they go right back to it. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19, Tiger, 19.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
On 2nd down, Robinson. They're working a couple yards past the line. Reward that tackle to the effort of Leontu Latu.
It's a gain of 3.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Set up. Hawk 70, Hawk 19 tight, 19.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one's complete to Pitts. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Smash. Cowboy 80. Ready, go.
Shotgun snap again to Robinson. Makes the tackle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Another carry for Robinson. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Ready, 65, 6, Cougar 19, Buffalo 18.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
He was taken down.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up third and goal.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check, smash. Steady.
Running with Robinson. He's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
They are passing on the field goal, Brock. They're going to try to break this tie with a touchdown.
Let's go.
Quick throw right side. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead right away in half number 2. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
Colts 10.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. On the return, here's Jarrett. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Come on.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Back to the air. It's Richardson. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. Into a crowd and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take...
He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points. All right, looks like they want another look at this one. The play going to be reviewed by our officials, making sure they got this one right. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. On the return, here's Jarrett. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. yardage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys in Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got two things on their mind. Number one, get the returner down. And number two, try to separate the ball if they can.
On him quick, and they bring it down. And it's step one towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
Second and goal at the 13-yard line.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Falcons in possession, and they have set themselves up well to get the victory here. Another chance at 6. It's second and goal. Run it with Robinson from the pistol. And they're turned away again. Two great defensive stands. We've arrived at third and goal.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is. But after two straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Gets it again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to work after throwing the pick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Gain of 26 yards there. And it'll be first down, Colts.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. And the Colts first down.
Here's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Second down carry for Taylor. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, about the 37-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. We've set it down from 37.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Indianapolis.
To the air on this first down. Richardson on the move, headed right. He just throws this one away.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Get it. 19 tight, 19 tight, Dragon 60.
Second and 10, again it's Richardson. Puts this underneath to Taylor. And this one does not go far. Working quickly here.
That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
18 ready, 18 ready.
Richardson on third. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Offense up to the line fast.
It's fourth down.
70 range, Mustang 19. Ready.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he's going to run for it. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on fourth down. Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
Tap 60, tap 60.
It's a gain of 6.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Falcons' 21-yard line.
That side is wheeled in by Warren. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. The trusty tight end.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles!
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
Loss of 6 yards. And it's 4th down.
Offense to the line fast.
70, get the wolf! 60 back, 60 back, 60.
Desperation time here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Here's Robinson to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons approaching win number 7 on the year. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Robinson on the inside give. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
Long, they're going to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 31 yards. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Running here with Bijan. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons put up even more points in a win. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons make it a 24-point ball game. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Here's Gould on the return. Oh, and he eats a hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? 6.
Looking from the gun, it's Richardson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
They've run this 12-yard out route cadence combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. To throw, Richardson. This one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that sets up 2nd and 5. Now Richardson to throw. Looking slant route complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on.
Throwing again, Richardson. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
Ready, get.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
18, here we go. Cowboy 80.
From the red zone on 1st. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
On the set.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Curve 19. Let's go now.
Richardson to throw again. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.
I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh.